yeah. I feel like an astronaut in the ocean. She say that I'm cool. I'm like, yeah, that's true. I believe in G-O-D, don't believe in T-H-O-T. She keep playing me dumb. I'm a player for fun. Y'all don't really know my mental. Let me give you the picture like stencil. Falling out in a drought. No flow rain was I'm pouring down. See that pain was all around. See my mode was kinda lounge. Didn't know which way to turn. Flow was cool, but I still felt burned. Energy up, you can feel my surge. I'ma kill everything like this purge. Let's just get this straight for a second. I'ma work, even if I don't get paid for progression. I'ma get it. Everything that I do is electric. I'ma keep it in motion, keep it moving like kinetic. Put this shit in a frame, but I know I don't blame everything that I say. Man, I seen you deflate. Let me elevate this in a prank. Have you walking on a plane? La 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 la. Hold hands together, God, let me pray. I've been going right around, call that relay. Pass the baton, back in the mall, swimming in the pool, can't keep them all. When a piece of this, a piece of mine, my piece of sign. Can you please read between the lines? My rhymes inclined to break low spine. They say that I'm so fine, you could never match my grind. Please do not waste my time. What you know about rolling? What you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that shit in slow motion. Yeah, I feel like an astronaut in the ocean. Ay, what you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that shit in slow motion. Yeah, I feel like an astronaut in the ocean. She say that I'm cool. I'm like, yeah, that's true. I believe in G-O-D, don't believe in T-H-O-T. She keep playing me dumb. I'm a player for fun. Y'all don't really know my mental. Let me give you the picture like stencil. Falling out in a drought. No flow rain was I'm pouring. Pain was all around. See my mode was kinda lounge. Didn't know which way to turn. Flow was cool, but I still felt burned. Energy up, you can feel my surge. I'ma kill everything like this purge. Let's just get this straight for a second. I'ma work, even if I don't get paid for progression. I'ma get it. Everything that I do is electric. I'ma keep it in motion, keep it moving like kinetic. Put this shit in a frame, but I know I don't blame everything that I say. Man, I seen you deflate. Let me elevate this in a prank. Have you walking on a plane? La 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 la. Hold hands together, God, let me pray. I've been going right around, call that relay. Pass the baton, back in the mall, swimming in the pool, can't keep them all. When a piece of this, a piece of mine, my piece of sign. Can you please read between the lines? My rhymes inclined to break your spine. They say that I'm so fine, you could never match my grind. Please do not waste my time. What you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that shit in slow motion. Yeah, I feel like an astronaut in the ocean. Ay, what you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that shit in slow motion. Yeah, I feel like an astronaut in the ocean.
I kind of like that song because it talks about astronauts in the ocean, and you know how NASA does a lot of underwater exercises. Oh, it's beautiful out here. Is the signal working? Uh, it's called Astronaut in the Ocean. um, what's going on, everybody? It's Truck Good Body Freedom for Government. How you doing? Tomorrow is, they call it Independence Day, but I don't know how many people took stimulus is. And a lot of people be like, oh, that's my money anyway. Yeah, sure it is. But like, now that the stimuluses aren't coming anymore, how many of you are feeling it? You know what I mean? Uh, I think the economy is actually kind of sluggish at the moment. Man, it's beautiful out here. It's like it's I don't know if you can see that, but my sun-worn steering wheel cover. And of course, we got Patches. There's Patches. She's got the tail wagging. See that head there? She survived a bite from. That's pretty amazing. And he knows a little bit about that sort of thing. She's a survivor. There's a Bible there. I'm gonna shut this off. So, what's everybody doing tomorrow? You got a barbecue planned or something? You gonna wave some flags, maybe? You know, because I think worshiping flags is how we got in the predicament where we're in, because the flag becomes more important than our individual rights, and all of a sudden we want to control other people. Hey, yeah, burn a few. When you go to court, it's pro se. What? Do you have the same rules and regulations of a lawyer? No, and as a matter of fact, there's a case law that says a layman is not to be held to stringent standards as a professional. So there's that. But yeah, I don't see any independence. I mean, look at how many people just got done. I mean, but how many people are still wearing masks after a year, covering their faces, rebreathing their exhalations? Oh, that is a dumpster right there. I tell you, I don't want to rebreathe my exhalations. And then here in Nevada, like you could get some real serious mortars and fireworks and stuff. And people think that's celebration, independence, blowing shit up. And yeah, that might be some form of independence. Oregon outlawed fireworks, I think, altogether. So, yeah, I don't know. I think we need to, yeah, I think we need to get back to basics and figure out what is really important to us, because, waving a flag and yelling America, I don't know. Yeah, happy 4th of July. I just wish people would, I don't know, do you think there's going to be something happening tomorrow? I mean, haven't we been wishing for something to happen? You know what? I don't think there's going to be a savior. Wind is picking up. I had to throw something on some paperwork to keep it from blowing away. Yeah, I don't think that, we have to do the job ourselves. So, I don't know. I like to do every little thing I can. Like, I stopped supporting the DMV, and that's just a moral decision I've made, I don't register my private property to use it, and I don't license I don't need to be to have any of my activities licensed. You know what I mean? Because I don't think that the source of divine knowledge of the universe ever intended us to have to be licensed to be able to use our private property. So I'm going to take a chance and not do it. And if you guys want to join me, I would recommend it. See, oh yeah, I got court on Wednesday. You know what? I don't have an MCO or MSO for this van. I just have a properly worded bill of sale describing the private property as household goods or private property. They can't force you to register your private property. It's simple as that. But yeah, I'll show you what I'm working with here. Those are the tags I use. I don't beg for permission from any kind of. Trying to get the camera to work right there. Yeah, I just don't beg for permission. I'm done. There's nobody with the badge that can tell me what to do, how to act. What to do with my private property, where I can and can't go. Um, did I have to get a state passport? What if you're talking about passports? You might be missing the point. First steps to take your vehicle out of jurisdiction. I tell them I'm not playing around anymore. I'm done. It's a moral decision I've made. You know, and if anybody wants to know or wants to ask I will tell them that I don't need permission. You know, you're asking me, JTP Jams, if I had to get a state passport or like what are the first steps to take to get your vehicle out of jurisdiction and be able to travel privately. I have a lot of videos about this on my channel already, this channel. Um, I'm not going to beg any government for a passport. I'm not going to apply for a passport. I'm not going to sign for a passport. I'll tell you a little story. Where I live, they don't have house to house mail service. And when I first moved here, I thought it'd be a good idea to get a P.O. box, fill out that application and get a P.O. box, present some form of ID to them, and they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't give me a P.O. box. So, that's fine. I don't need it. I just get general delivery. But recently, they wanted to give me a P.O. box after they came and stole my stuff and arrested me for bogus felonies that I'll get to that in a minute, but they're getting thrown out. But now, like, after they did that, now they want to give me a P.O. box. Like, oh, they want to put me in a box. You don't want to get put in a box, I mean, I think that if I fill out an application for a P.O. box, then they will be able to serve me because I've signed an agreement with them. Tell me I'm wrong. Show me how I'm wrong. So I'm going to choose just not to get a P.O. box. I bought a house, I have an address, and to those who have been paying attention to that, quit making noise. I just got the paperwork for the house, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, you know what? If you're thinking about how to be free, and the first thing that pops into your mind is what paperwork do I need to do, or what the only thing I did was I let the stuff expire, and I notified everybody from the local police, sheriff's office, judges, jail, all the way up district attorney's office, secretary of state, even the even the secretary of state for the country and the vice president. I went all the way up the food chain telling them that I'm not cool with them being my master anymore. I'm not doing the indentured servitude, the voluntary servitude. If you're doing it, chances are they've got you in agreements everywhere that you've signed. You probably even claimed that you were a U.S. citizen falsely under penalty of perjury. I mean, if you want to be the lowest rank in the government, that's fine with me, but I am not going to do it. You know what I mean? So, the first thing to think about on how to be free is to practice your mindset. Do some self reflection. Think about who, someone just commented, think about who your owner is. Who is it that can tell you what to do? So, back to those plate replacements that I have. I have a lawful traveler package that I sell on my website, and I also have one with dash cam. And I'm giving away a free. I don't want to get them out of this one because this is the one that they're going out of. I just wanted to show you how many. I've given away about half of this stack of coins so far in the past week or so. And what these are, I'll take them out of these because these are the ones I'm not giving away. I don't want to mark those up or anything. You can send them to get graded or whatever. But these are they're called American Silver Eagles. They're one troy ounce of 0.999 fine silver, minted by I think it's the U.S. Treasury. These have the year 2020 on them, so that you can say that something good did come of the year 2020, even though a bunch of people proved over and over again that they were voluntarily serving a master who was worldly. I'm kind of just not into that. But yeah, if you placed an order for a lawful traveler package before this roll of coins runs out, here in about 10 coins or so, then I'll include one with the travel package for free. I'll throw it in there. It'll be included for free. And that's until that runs out at shop.freedomfromgovernment.org. We also have a bunch of other stuff from motorcycle place replacements to really awesome stickers. I got a cool sticker here that, which freedoms do you deserve if you aren't willing to stand up for them? Is what that one says right there. So that if a cop pulls me over, he can read that and know that I'm willing to stand up for myself, and to just not go along because it's the easy thing to do anymore. I'm done. And you guys should be too. After this year and a half of this COVID BS, and I can't even talk about it because they'll ding me for medical misinformation or whatever. Like, it's like you're not even allowed to talk about it. And if you do talk about trying to be free and getting out of these contractual obligations, you get called an extremist, and now there's resources for these pansies that think that there's extremism out there coming for them and stuff, and that's just not the case. The extremism is your government that is telling you have to wear a mask and get an injection. Oh man, that's scary. It's like, all growing up, there was this Nancy Reagan program, war on drugs or whatever. They said never experiment with drugs. And now they're trying to get everybody to take an experimental jab in the arm. Like, whoa, this is totally contradictory to what they've taught us, And that's just one thing, There's other really strong rules set forth by very large conflicts. One of them's called Nuremberg. There's another one. Oh, the name's it's not. I think it starts with the S or something. I don't know. There's these treaties though that say you can't be just giving out medical treatments to people, because there's been times when there's been eugenics movements where they've tried to just exterminate whole races of people. So if you're going to get some kind of and I don't want to get dinged, YouTube, I am not a medical professional. I am not offering medical advice right now. If anything, I'm saying what I would do, or it's satire or sarcasm. I'm not a medical professional. I cannot give medical information. Therefore, I am unable to give medical misinformation. So that was a little message disclaimer for YouTube because they already tried to ding me for that before. But telling people what I will do is not recommending anything, Uh, but I'm scared, I'm going to do what they told me when I was growing up. I shouldn't experiment with things like that. And I don't know, you know. You can make up your own decision. Wow, that looks kind of like smoke over there. Um, yeah, but that brings me back to this court date I have talking about freedom this next week. Last week, I talked to this to someone in the county, and well, I told them that I had bank records. I could prove my whereabouts at any given time, and if they want to play around, I can prove that I was not in the state of Nevada when they claimed they're trying to say some stuff like that the recordings were made at the courthouse, and that's kind of weird. And they're trying to act like there has to be more than one party consent. They're trying to say one party consent, but my point is that we should never let them scare us from recording public servants on in their official capacity on the job. That should never be wrong. It should never be illegal. And they're charging me with felonies for standing up for this. Essentially, it's a giant First Amendment audit. And if I didn't plan this out, they would have planned it for me. You know what I mean? They would have trumped up some other bogus stuff, and I wouldn't have had the control that I do over this because I have a solid defense, and I'm not going to try any weird, they wanted me to do the weird kind of other stuff. And no, I have a solid traditional defense, which will blow any of their crap out of the water. So that's what I'm doing. And, you got to really watch out because, man, not too long ago, there was this someone that I thought was a real good friend of mine. And all of a sudden it came down to, and they were 20 years younger than me. They wanted me to pay for them to help me. And they said that I was wasting their time and that I was entitled. And I thought we were friends, and I thought it was more than that. It's just so weird how some things pan out. So what I wanted to tell you about that is if anybody is ever trying to do a hard sell, telling you they can get you out of criminal charges, I mean, they're worth listening to, but I would ask for, evidence of what they've done in the past for people. And especially if they can't win their own court case, I wouldn't be paying them to win your court case, especially when in the fine print, if you look at it, they say they make no guarantees, you know? So there's that. But anyway, back to the court date. It's supposed to be last week. On the 24th, they bound me over for trial on these two felonies because the judge said I didn't hear him say he was in Oregon. Yeah, but I said I was not in the state. Like what? You're still going to proceed after all this stuff keeps coming down that you guys are wrong and that what I did is not a crime, let alone felonies. And they're trying to say that I intimidated the lady that works at the DA's office by telling her that she may be committing felonies by using the mail to send documents that could be considered identity theft. So she felt intimidated because I told her that she might be committing felonies. But you know what? There's a witness who would take the stand that would say a lot to really show how there is a conflict of interest between the guy who goes by S. Todd Banks in Pershing County. He goes by S. He doesn't even use his name because he's using some alternate that he can just a disposable alternate name. He's all, I want to say some other stuff, but I have to wait until this is done. And believe that even though they stole all my computers and all this stuff all the hard drives, all the phones, cameras that they could find. They still didn't get the evidence that is really going to be the nails in their coffin. So that's really awesome. And it's really awesome to see how this plays out. But really, I can't emphasize enough how much you should be really careful if someone is trying to get you out of your criminal case, especially if it's like $600 or something, like, oh yeah, okay. So yeah, uh, I've probably said enough about that. But yeah, so what are you guys gonna do now that I've been talking for a few minutes about this? What are you gonna do for your Independence Day? I mean, what would be a good idea? You know, would it? I mean, it would be. I think it's an excellent idea to like maybe have a barbecue and spend time with the family without masks. And I don't know, a lot of the people that are who are really kind of aware has family that has kind of alienated them anyway. So, your family may not be your blood family. It might be people who you have become known to know as people that you consider family. So, oh crap! I have not seen any comments, and now I see them all. Oh, government is a what, not a who. Yep. Who owns me? Oh, I missed so many comments. But it's good. I'm seeing some agreement, so that's really good. Yeah. Yeah, you can do whatever you want with the silver. I'm pretty sure it's good quality. It's sourced properly. It's not bogus. Oh yeah, somebody's talking about felonies. You know what? If they want to call you a felon, doesn't it make sense that you would have to agree to that label? What would happen if you didn't agree when they called you a felon and you didn't agree? Wouldn't it be in dispute at that time? And a dispute is not like some kind of angry fit you throw about something. A dispute is just calling a matter into question. So, yeah, I can get down with the American civil peace flag because I'm not at war. But you won't catch me worshiping any flags. Yes, I know none of them have subject matter, personal knowledge, no standing, but they are charging me with felonies and they are claiming that there's a victim. So, like, I have nothing to fret. I have nothing to worry about. I have a traditional defense and I'm building a case. So, if they want to continue, it's on them. I'm not going to do some kind of weird I'm not going to do some kind of like paperwork thing where I make the case go away because of something. I probably will send a 433B IRS form, to find out a little bit more information about their enterprise. But yeah, the victim is this lady. Oh man, I could tell you some things, but I know they're watching, and they will probably really try to come after me. But I can safely say that there is a witness who will give firsthand testimony of there being a very big conflict of interest between the lady named Fran who works at the district attorney's office and does code enforcement. In other words, she goes around with a cop and does armed trespassing on private property all day, telling people that they need to clean up their whatever, that they have too many, it could be one of the things she was trying to say was I had public view, building materials in public view. Like, you know what? It's really not. Because we're like 10 miles away from anything and you got to go up this dirt road that is not even a road for another 7 miles. So it's not view. There's nothing to view and nobody made a complaint. She she has failed to produce a complainant. So, and you know, me following or them charging me with crimes for this, it's just bringing it out into the open, and it's going to expose a lot of things, and it's going to help me eventually get left alone. You know what I mean? Because if they can't come up with anything on me and they keep charging me with bogus stuff, you know, no, I didn't give anybody power of attorney. They can't change my status, but I'm not saying that I'm innocent because of a status. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let them do their thing, and well, no, I'm not. I'm not really particularly letting them do their thing, but I can't say a lot about it right now. So yeah, it's not funny, and you know what? It's bogus. It's bogus all the way around. And when the judge, you know, I don't know, the small town, I'm starting to think all these people are in cahoots, you know, because they didn't really budge on this stuff until I told them that I have bank records that I could prove my whereabouts any given time over the past 10 years or so, you know, where I was and when. Yeah. Everything you say can be used against you, but you know what? I can plead guilty to the facts and not be guilty of the charges. You know what I mean? Because, like someone said, I think it was Andrew who said something about jurisdiction. I am not a member of their Costco club. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sure. Right on. Yeah, I know they are. Andrew, I'm cool to look at anything. But you know what? It really sucks when someone who is your friend decides that you have to pay them to continue to for them to be cool to you. I'll do a hard pass on that every time. And yeah. But anyway, um we got about 10 more of these coins left that I'm giving away with every lawful traveler package. And when they're gone, I will pull all the information about it off the website so you'll know that the promotion is over. But we got a good 10 left or so, and it's a good way to get some free lawful money, you know. So yeah. Well, you know, you say pleading, you consent to jurisdiction. That's true. I'm not going to plead anything, but can't jurisdiction be challenged at any time? And have you ever looked up Custer's allocution? I would admonish you to check that out. You know, yeah, you can't plead to a fiction anyway. Like, oh, I'm sorry, fiction. What does it mean when you say that you're guilty or not guilty anyway? Does that mean you feel like you've done something wrong? You know, no. But yeah, you know, everybody has their own way to do things. I'm not going to say anybody's right or wrong, but I will do what I do, and you guys, you know, it'll tell you afterwards because I can't really keep you extremely informed while it's ongoing. But I am collecting evidence, like I'm building a case. Believe that. If you want them to get a hold of me on YouTube or Telegram, hey, I've ordered 2 lawful traveler packages. You want me to send you a coin, Andrew? I would. Just send me your where to send it. Maybe I can even look it up. I might even already have it. Uh, yeah, right on, Toby. That's cool. Well, hey, I wanted to go live for you guys today, and I feel like I have accomplished that. You know what? I really appreciate you guys even being here. So if you appreciate me being here, I would appreciate it if you smash that like button and throw a subscription my way and maybe to my other channel because they did some weird stuff and now my workaround for having less than 1,000 subs on my other channel, they made it so like they changed it. My workaround. I'm gonna have to find out, devise a new workaround or something, or maybe wait until they update the software, the app, or something that helps me do it without 1,000 subs. But yeah, hey guys, um, yeah, hey, thanks, Lee. You know, whatever you do, try to have fun and maybe spend time with family tomorrow because some friends stopped by the other day and you never know. It's life is so fragile and this life is so short. It's not going to last forever and tomorrow is not guaranteed. And what I'm talking about is my friend's buddy named Joel had a boating accident and got cut by the prop and bled out. It's over. It's over for him. And it's really horrible. But let it be a reminder to us all to not just not just let it go, not just let it slip by. Make something of this life. It's so short, you know. They came and picked me up. They came and kidnapped me. They can't use the mail on me because I don't do that. I haven't signed an agreement for mail. So I get general delivery. They can't do process service on me because through the mailbox anyway. And when they did, they came up to me and they said, "We have a warrant for your arrest," but they wouldn't show it to me. And they flashed a search warrant in my face, but wouldn't let me read it. Real shady stuff. Like I barely had time to go live. You know? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks. Hey, thanks, you guys. Uh, I will try to be live once again real soon. And hey, thanks, you guys. Thanks, everybody in the comments. I really appreciate everybody. I love you. And I will be back real soon. Hey, thanks again. Peace.